Okay. Oh my god. My name is Ruth My name is Ruth. Welcome to my casual YouTube channel where I talk about casual or monumental things related to my life. And today I wanted to talk about how my husband is my only friend. No, for real. Like, it sounds sad because it is. I'm in this new phase of life where I just got married and just got a new job and I'm in a new state. So everything is very new and I don't know a lot of things or a lot of people. So right now for the phase of life I'm in, not having friends does make sense, but it doesn't make it feel good. It just is like, I don't have friends. Should I be content with that? Or should I really strive to try to make more friends? And feel a little void in my heart. Like, what do I do? So a little bit of background on me. I grew up moving around a lot from multiple different places. I'm also, I was gonna say an international kid. Who the heck is in it? What is an international kid? I just feel like there are a lot of facets to me, like as somebody who's adopted, as well as somebody who's like an introvert and like shorter. I feel like I don't relate to like a lot of, that makes me sound like I'm the most pick-me-ish type of a girl. I feel like I don't relate to like a lot of people, but yet I still want to put myself out there so that I can maximize the amount of people that I connect with. But when you put yourself out there and try to be friends with a bunch of people, you are also putting yourself at risk for like facing a lot of rejection, and then not only doing that but like wasting your time on people who just are not going to be in your life for like a very long time. I'm in this new phase of life where I'm experiencing new things, and I love my husband and it's amazing being married to him and being newlyweds, but I just now am coming to the realization that he really is, and in a very non-romantic, like a beautiful, like poetic way, he is like my everything right now. Like in a non like codependent way, in the way that like everything I do is centered around him. We moved to this state because he goes to school here. We do things together only. I haven't hung out with anybody else one-on-one besides him for months. Like since May of 2022 I haven't hung out with anybody alone. And whenever I get off work, I get off and come see him. He makes me dinner, I make him dinner. We are building up our place, our new place. There are a lot of things that there are a lot of things in my life that revolve around him, and I don't really, I was gonna say I don't catch a break, but I don't really like need to catch a break. But at the same time I do, because you can't center your life around one specific person even when you are married, because you just need to have like diversity within your life, and it's really, really hard. It's really hard for real, because I don't want to put myself out there. I really don't want to put myself out there. That's really just it. It's scary putting yourself out there. It's scary like being susceptible to rejection. It's also scary the idea of putting yourself out there, like wanting to make friends, and then maybe not getting that back for a very long time. Like, it's not like you put a request out there to just get friends and all of a sudden you have like 1 million friends. Or maybe it is like that, I don't know. Growing up, I moved around a lot. So I'm used to like being a very temporary figure in people's lives. And then in high school, I made my very best friend, who I really wanted to be in my life forever. I made my very best friend, who I thought was going to be in my life forever and ever, but the cards really just didn't work out for us, I guess. But not in a petty way, not in a way that I blame him for anything. Sometimes people just come in your life for, this is so corny, oh my god, some people are in your life for a season and some people are in your life for longer or shorter than that. And he just was one of those that was in my life to show me that like I could have strong, deep connections with people, and that it is possible for me, because I grew up, since moving around a lot, I'm gonna say that 1 million times, just FYI, since moving around a lot, like, you get used to witnessing long-term friendships and relationships, but you never really get used to having one, unless you are so lucky to have a central figure in your life that has proved that wrong for you. But basically, right now in this day and age, I know people are probably like, talk about right now, what's going on right now though? Right now, I'm in this new place. I have friends from like my home state and stuff, but it's so hard to keep up with long distance friendships that it almost feels like I don't have any friends at all. In the way that if I want to have a friendship interaction, then I have to reach out to them, and then we talk for a little bit, and then we just don't talk again for like weeks or months. So that it doesn't feel like I'm like seeing friends. It feels like I'm it feels like I'm entering this transactional thing with somebody that I know. So I feel like I'm going, it doesn't feel like the same comfort when you go out and you get something to eat with a friend and you do that like frequently, you know? Honestly, even though I recognize that it's bad for my husband to be my everything, I'm also still a newlywed, and I'm so content with just being around him all the time. We get annoyed at each other, yeah, like marriage is a thing. It is a all-consuming, all emotions involved, beautiful mess that I honestly wouldn't recommend, but I thoroughly enjoy. Like 10 out of 10, would not change a thing for. I'm content with where I'm at in my marriage because I like having my husband as my only friend, because I trust him and know that he would never do anything to intentionally like hurt me or like take advantage of me. Whereas like if I sought out a friend and it didn't work out, or like let's say we're just not compatible, then it's like time wasted and energy spent. I feel bad for how cynical and negative I sound. I really do look at friendships as a positive, amazing thing. But when it comes to making them, it's very scary as somebody who's constantly put themselves out there. So that's where my negativity comes from. And like potential reasons for me to go to therapy again. There's a lot behind that. It feels good right now for my husband to be my only friend, simply because it's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of energy. It's not a waste of emotions. But like with anybody else, it could be. And that's scary. And it's really sad that I do think like that. A lot of adulthood, I feel like, is just making lemons out of lemonade, to put it like to put it simply, to put it stupidly. You're just making lemonade out of lemons. Did I say lemons out of lemonade? I'm currently in the process of trying to actively make friends. Not in the way that I'll like talk to a stranger who I think looks cool, because that kind of freaks me out. Like I only did that for my husband because he was worth it. Like it's so much easier to date than it is to like invest into a relationship, a friendship, a platonic friendship, especially on Bumble BFF. So I joined Bumble BFF because I was lonely. Okay, we all get lonely sometimes, and sometimes we all need to join Bumble BFF. If you don't know what Bumble BFF is, it's the friend side of Bumble where you can make friends with people who are like in your area, and from that you can like talk and then go on like friend dates or whatever. And since I'm very selective with the type of people that I want in my life, it just appeals to me completely, because it's like it's the perfect app if you're an introvert and you're picky about who you want to let into your life. Because it's like, oh my god, you're going to tell me all the best parts about you, and I can just like decide if I want to see more of that or not. That's crazy. As opposed to in real life, you meet somebody and like based off their energy and based off how you guys interact, you do have to decide like, oh, do I want to like actually keep going with this? Or does this person actually want to keep going with this? We don't know, but we have to like act like we do. And from there, a friendship may or may not form. And if a friendship does form based off this wishy-washy energy, then one of us may have to keep up with it and one of us may not want to. Or we could have like a beautiful long-lasting friendship that could last forever. Or we could be friends and then fizzle out, whatever. Either way, I like how on I like how on Bumble you can choose who you want to progress with, as opposed to in real life it's just a lot more awkward to choose who you want to progress with, because they could want to progress and then you could not want to progress, or you could not want to progress and they could progress. I mean, you have to like see them physically. I really miss having friends, like having consistent friends and going out and doing things. Like, I feel like the last time that I did that with a very carefree state of mind, where I wasn't in college, like I feel like I can't even count college friendships because I was working so much and going to school so much that I really didn't have time to enjoy a lot of friendships, like every once in a while. But even when you have a roommate though in college, it kind of feels like you have this little built-in friend with you. So I don't really count college friendships. The last time I enjoyed friendships was like high school or even middle school, because like those people are your life. Like those people and those experiences are what shape you and the way that you view the world. And I'm getting back into this place in my journey of taking control of my autonomy and realizing I really want to be friends with somebody because I miss the experiences that would like shape your life and shape a little bit of who you are. But I'm so nervous to get that started because that's scary. Like, it's scary. It's really scary jumping into new friendships. It's also scary being somebody who moved around a lot, because like I feel like the type of people that I want to be friends with long term just don't exist, for the simple fact that I don't have long term people in my life that I've grown with. And so seeking that out almost feels like an impossible mission. I don't know. One part of me feels like I need to make friends because I see other people and I see their friendships developing and I get really jealous. Like I love seeing the fact that my husband has friends, because I remember that period in his life when he first came to school and he didn't have friends and he was a little bit more lonely. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm at where he was and I witnessed where he was. But he has now gotten to this point in life where he has people he can reach out to. He has people he can go over to houses with and like have a good time. But I'm just like the wife at home, just waiting for him to be done with his friends. And I want to get to the point where he's at. And I just don't even know if that'll happen, because like friends aren't guaranteed, but the effort that you put in to make them is. And it's just scary, like thinking about whether or not you're wasting that energy on people who deserve it or not. Also, deserve sounds kind of scary, because it's like, it makes me feel like I'm putting myself up on this pedestal, but I'm really not. I'm really just trying to make friends who I can be compatible with, who I can grow with and have those experiences with. But it's like, will it ever happen though? I don't know. I don't even feel like I really get that lonely anymore. There are really, that's a lie. There are moments where I feel intense loneliness, where my husband is out or he's doing homework or something, and I'm like, I don't have a single thing outside of this marriage. Like, I don't see people. Like, people around me don't care, and I don't care about them. Like, that's so sad. Nobody like cares enough to reach out to me, or nobody wants to come over. And those happen like once a week. Those only happen like once a week. And then I have moments where I'm so content in life, where I'm like, now that I'm alone, I don't have to compromise for anybody. I don't have to I don't have to put other people's needs ahead of mine. I don't have to have that awkward moment where like you're getting to know somebody and you like kind of have to hold back and filter yourself. Like, it's just me in my apartment deciding if I want to like paint for the next hour and then play the piano for the hour after that, and then I can decide when I want to cook dinner, and then my husband comes home and I can spend some time with him. And it's like that every single day. I just get to be my own person and thrive as an introvert, whereas like I know that's not healthy for me. Like, I know that'll make me really sad one day, just like doing that over and over and over again. But right now I feel really content, until the one time a week comes where I'm like, nobody else really cares about me. I know that's gonna hit me hard. Like, that's going to hit me hard sometime soon. And it's hard also to think about friendships as it relates to your past with friendships. Having had a friendship breakup within the past year with a friend who had been in my life for 7 years that I never envisioned just not talking to ever. Also terrifies me about making new friends, because it just really proves to me like anybody could just connect with you and love you for years and like become a part of you and the way that you think, and they could impact your life so deeply for years and then just leave. Like, how am I ever gonna make a friend ever again knowing that somebody could impact your life so deeply and lovingly and beautifully, and then just know that that could all just go away? That's terrifying. It shouldn't stop me from making new friends that wouldn't do that to me, but it's like, oh, life is so terrifying. I really want some, like, everybody wants a chill friend, but I want a friend who's like fine with doing absolutely nothing. I want people who are fine with just coming over and just watch, like, binging a show. I mean, like, legitimately binging, like watching seasons worth of things, or movies worth, multiple movies worth in one sitting of things, or like people that are down to rollerblade, or people that can motivate me to go to the gym, and we can go to the gym together and be all embarrassed because we don't know what we're doing. Or people who, like, you can tell genuinely see you for you, and that's it. There's some people who, in the beginning stages of a friendship, I feel like you can just tell when they want to be friends with you because it feels a part of them. I feel like I constantly fall into the type of friendship dynamic where somebody's a little bit more like of a stronger personality than me, but I'm just enough of a strong personality to where like I can keep up with them. But then, like, since I'm so little, I sound like one of those girls. I'm not one of those girls who's like, since I'm so little and tiny and dainty. No, but for real, since I'm smaller, like shorter, and everybody else is taller than me, it feels like I fall into this category of like, well, I'm the supportive friend who's always going to be there and listen and like not care if you don't check on me or you don't care about me. I feel like I fall into the category of I'm the friend who's going to be there for you and listen to you no matter what, because that's what I want for me. But then I find people who like love that and take advantage of that as opposed to be that for me. It's so hard to find equal friendships. Yeah, I don't have any other friends right now because I work from 8 to 5 or 7:30 to 4 sometimes, and I only see my husband, and I'm really introverted, so I don't want to put myself out there and just be friends with anybody. But I don't hate it right now, but I know that it has to change because I know it won't last forever. It won't feel good forever. It really, maybe it will. I don't. But hopefully I can manifest some friends into my life. No matter what the time of day is, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or night, and I will see you some other time in some other video if you choose to watch. If you want, you can subscribe to this. It's a free country. Please don't feel manipulated by me asking you to like stay and watch more videos, but please stay and watch more videos. Like, support a fellow creative if you are creative. I mean, to a certain extent, we kind of are creatives. We are all creatives. Stay and support a creative if you want. Okay.